After Dark Crew is an Australian paranormal investigation group known for exploring abandoned locations after dark. Their content focuses on immersive first-person urban exploration rather than staged ghost hunts. On January 17th, 2026, the team travels to Hill 60, a coastal site containing abandoned World War II bunker tunnels. The aging structure is isolated, partially collapsed, and rarely visited at night. For a channel known for documenting creepy abandoned places and unexplained encounters, this location seems ideal.
All right, welcome back. We are the After Dark crew. So today we got Cooper back again, and we also got Big Nafo back.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a food coma, guys.
And Cooper had no idea. So
Yeah, lack of information was fed to me, of course.
We're out here at Port Kembla, and we're about to go explore some abandoned World War II bunkers and tunnels for you all.
Yeah, history of rituals being held in there. There's ominous feelings that have been reported of soldiers, though there's no specific details on what soldiers.
Most importantly, this place was actually manufactured in 1942, just before the Second World War, actually. And, well, this facility housed two 6-inch military, what do you call it, cannons? Weapons?
2 6-inch guns, I believe.
Two 6-inch military guns. And believe it or not, they were actually only fired twice in history. And that was to stop an invasion. Not even an invasion, actually. It was to stop someone coming too close to our mines on Port Kembla's harbour.
And just another tidbit about the guns, the actual steel that's used to make the cannons was recycled from older World War I warships.
this place is apparently designed, well, the main design is in the shape of a H. And they in some of those rooms, they used to store a lot of their gunpowder and ammunition and stuff like that. So who knows, we could see something exciting in there.
All right, guys, now with all that out of the way, let's head over.
Only minutes after entering the underground tunnels, their camera suddenly malfunctions and cuts out. The blackout lasts just long enough to cause concern before the recording resumes. No clear explanation is given for the interference. Still, the group continues deeper into the bunker system. Technical issues inside a confined underground space immediately add tension to the exploration.
Was that?
It's on camera there.
There's a mouse.
Spin up.
Oh, turn off this one. Was that SpongeBob?
As they move further through the dark corridors, an unexplained sound interrupts their conversation. It's loud, close, sharp enough to stop everyone mid-sentence. No one can immediately identify where it came from. The tunnels amplify every echo, making it difficult to determine whether the noise was structural, environmental, or something else.
I'm going to piss myself, mate, Moms. Dickheads, man! My heart sunk, lad. I sat there, Nathan has never been more scared in his life.
The deeper sections of the bunker narrow into tight corridors and former holding cells. Visibility drops. Shadows stretch unnaturally across rusted doors and crumbling concrete walls. Sudden movements in the dark trigger brief panic. A door shifts. A shape appears in the corner of someone's light beam. Then a loud bang echoes through the tunnel, forceful and nearby. One crew member visibly recoils, shaken by how close it sounds. In an abandoned underground structure like this, every unexpected noise feels amplified.
And back towards the tunnel that we were going down. One bit of the noise in. And I thought I seen lights flashing down the cave, and I absolutely pooped myself.
Emery.
Near the end of the investigation, several members report seeing faint lights and movement deeper inside the tunnel system. In areas not marked by their glow sticks, no one volunteers to confirm it. With earlier camera malfunctions, unexplained sounds, and now possible movement in unlit sections, the crew decides not to push further. They begin heading back toward the exit. Throughout the exploration, tension builds through repeated disturbances and disorientation inside the aging bunker. Humor briefly eases the pressure, but the unsettling atmosphere remains. Once back outside, the group agrees that Hill 60 felt far more disturbing than anticipated. They choose not to re-enter the tunnels that night. In December 2025, YouTuber Ghostia stepped inside an abandoned building as a violent rainstorm pounded the structure from outside. The location had long been rumored to be haunted.
I literally just saw something pass by. That was so weird. You know what? It could be homeless people at store too, so you never know. Hello, anybody there? All right, so I'm kind of a little afraid to go in because it's so hard to tell. I heard a couple of noises, right? But also, I saw somebody pass by, but with the rain or thunder, it's hard to literally clarify or, listen to what's actually happening. All right. Hello, anybody here? Oh, wow, look at this. It's like hair combs on the floor. They're everywhere. Anybody here? Come in peace. Oh, it's so creepy in there. If you don't want me here, let me know. I could leave. Oh, sound is everywhere. I literally just saw something pass by. Oh my God, yo. Yo, what the hell's going on? That door literally just moved. Oh. Somebody's there walking. Yo, this is crazy. There's so many combs here, but it's not like somebody's walking here. Oh, should I go first? Yo, now this is insanity. Wow. That was me. Yo, that is crazy. It's like it used to be a hospital or something. Hello, anybody here? See, oh, so maybe the walking that I heard was this, the water drops here. So we could take that off. Wow, look at this area. Oh. Hello? Hello, can you stop playing with me? Who are you?
Then, without warning, a chair moved. Not slightly, not from the wind. It shifted across the floor on its own. Ghostia had already placed multiple cameras in separate rooms to document the entire investigation, determined to capture any unexplained activity. Trying to stay calm, he began a spirit box session, asking direct questions into the darkness, waiting for any sign of paranormal communication.
Oh, the chair just moved. Oh, the chair just moved. The chair just moved. Oh, something just dropped. Hello, how you run? Can you come out? Yo, this chair literally just moved. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I caught it. I think, hopefully I caught it, because once I turned, the chair literally just moved, and the chair was not like that at all. Is it funny? It sounds like somebody running from the back. But I just almost died. See heavy foots. Listen, if you want to make more noise or walk next to me, I'm going to be in this room, okay? Let me see something. I feel like they're like curious to see what I'm doing. To look at this place, it just gets better and better. Oh man, I don't know what to do. To be honest with you. Oh, so that's nice and so. Look at the water. It rains so much, and it's still raining. That you could see how bad it is. Look at that. So water. My feet nice and soaked. My clothes is soaked as well. So a lot of stuff is actually happening. So I'm gonna try PSP7 session. Hopefully we get some crazy activity happening. There was a few noises here, bang. Could have been a table, could have been a chair, could have been this, could have been anything. So I don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna do a 5-minute session, PSP7, ask a couple of questions. I do have my voice recorder, a few things in the back. That's what we're gonna do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all my camera out, on my camera, and I'm gonna set it up and make sure that I catch everything. So I'm literally see if I could put something here, capture the whole room, put something in the other room, capture the whole room, and I'm gonna use my little single camera that I use and try to communicate from there. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna happen. I'm a little rusty, but a lot of stuff is happening, which is pretty good, amazing. Anyways, welcome back. Listen, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, and share. This is crazy. This is crazy. I haven't done this in a long time. I've been taking my little breaks here and there. Maybe you heard your sort of voice. Hey, female. Hey, are you a female? I heard you. Can you say something else? Yo, this place is crazy. All right, let's start the show. Let's see what's gonna happen. No, it's the only time that I have. Let's do this. All right, so right now we're gonna use the PSP7, and we're gonna see what we're gonna capture and what's gonna happen, or what just came out. Make sure I'm good. All right, so I have a device here in my right hand. There's a lot of activity happening here. Can you tell me your name? What is it, Ritual? Are you the one making all that noise here? Can you tell me a little something about you? I want to know, was that you making all that noise here in this room? You're gonna wait for it? What you mean? Are you gonna do something about it? Yes, switch. What you mean switch? Who are you? Ellen. So there's Rich and Ellen here. How many spirits are here? We're getting a lot of good response here happening.
What began as a routine exploration quickly turned into something far more disturbing. The unexplained movement, combined with the eerie atmosphere and unanswered questions, left him visibly shaken. There was no clear explanation, no obvious source, just a growing sense that something inside that building had acknowledged his presence. And whatever it was, it didn't seem finished communicating. The Hoggett Project is a US-based adventure and van life channel known for DIY builds, outdoor exploration, and remote camping trips. It's August 13th, 2020. He's alone in a remote wooded mountain area somewhere in the United States. As night falls, he finishes setting up his tarp shelter, carefully laying his gear on soft ground so it won't sink. The light fades quickly. Within minutes, the surrounding forest disappears into near total darkness. Then a heavy sound echoes from somewhere deep in the woods. At first he dismisses it. Maybe shifting logs. Maybe the forest settling. He mentions a distant camp located miles away. But out here, the area feels isolated, unusually still. Too still.
At least something over there.
Documenting my experience and why I'm leaving is basically, it was all set up, it was getting dark, I had just gathered all the firewood. I had run back to the vehicle to grab my Carhartt jacket. Right about that time, as I sit down, I hear some noise. And I thought that my keys have hit the chair a certain way. And as I'm thinking about it, I'm about to go about my business, then I hear behind me where the creek is, about only 50 feet, I hear a couple more loud crunches. And that's when I stand up and I just shine the forest. Of course the noise has stopped.
The crunching returns. This time from a different direction. It's louder, closer. Earlier that day, he scouted the terrain. The forest floor is thick with debris, branches, loose rock, dead leaves. It would be difficult for anyone to move through quietly, which makes the sound harder to ignore. This doesn't feel like wildlife. It feels deliberate, and it's circling.
I sat there for a minute and I was just thinking, okay, do I go ahead with the fire? And I was like, I'm not scared right now, but I'm also thinking maybe I'm too close to the stream. That's going to attract the animals coming to get a drink. All that said, I decided to pack up camp. I was like, I don't know if I'll have fun now than the other one out here, and it was really dark back in these woods. Getting all packed up, and once I get out to the road, I just take a quick look up towards where the creek is, and this is where it gets terrifying. And I thought I had pressed record, but it was not recording. But anywho, I've got my low beam on at this point. I think I see something small. Maybe it's like a raccoon or something right there by the water. And as I hit the high beam, this is when I see it. I see something standing there on the side of the road, pretending to be a statue. Whatever this was, decided it was just going to freeze, and then maybe I wouldn't think it was anything. But as I'm looking in that direction, not even kidding, it looks like somebody dressed up in camo. And they've got their back slightly angled away. I'd say like at a 45 degree. They're standing there about 6 feet tall, looking like a human that I just caught that was probably sneaking up on me. That's all I can think. When I saw what it was, the human, and I kept the light on him for a good 20 solid seconds without saying anything. The fear just kind of washed over me because I'm thinking, what's going to happen? Call them out like, hey, what are you doing? And they're all camoed out. Maybe they'll just say, oh crap, he caught me. Now I'm going to shoot him. I mean, we're out in the middle of the woods. They say that people are the ones to fear. It's not the animals. That is what happened, and eventually after the 20 seconds, he didn't move. He just kept standing there. So I just pretended like, oh, maybe I didn't see you then. On my way out, periodically I'd turn back, check.
At some point, he spots a figure, not clearly, just enough to know it's likely a person, not an animal, alone in the dark woods, with no reason to be there. Unsure of the stranger's intentions, he chooses not to confront them. Instead, he packs up and leaves. As he drives away, he repeatedly checks his mirrors. The figure is still there, standing, watching. Then suddenly, it's gone. No movement, no sound, nothing. The camper leaves visibly shaken. Later, reflecting on the encounter, He admits how differently this solo camping trip could have ended. What began as a routine outdoor adventure turned into something far more unsettling. Because in remote wilderness encounters like this, it's often not ghosts, not paranormal creatures, not cryptids or skinwalkers that are the most terrifying. It's other people, and the unknown intentions they carry into the dark. On December 15th, 2025, YouTuber Pasha uploaded what he later called one of the most dangerous exploration videos of his life. He had been hiking through a remote mountain range near his hometown. His goal was simple: enter a cave he had previously discovered. From the start, something about the location felt wrong. The entrance was extremely tight, pitch black, and deeply claustrophobic. Still, he decided to continue. He stepped inside, unaware that this solo cave exploration would quickly turn into a real survival situation.
The mouth of the cave wasn't that bad, but I knew what was coming would be worse. Then I saw the tunnels. Long, narrow, disappearing into pitch black.
The entrance already looked threatening, but conditions worsened almost immediately. The tunnel stretched forward, long and narrow, swallowed in total darkness. This wasn't just about lack of light. It was about the growing realization that once inside, getting out might not be easy. Every step forward reduced his margin for error. Despite the warning signs, he kept moving deeper into the cave system. As he pushed further in, the passages shrank even more. Light nearly disappeared. The walls pressed closer. Damp clay coated the ground and soaked into his clothes, turning every surface slick and unstable. Crawling became slower. Breathing became heavier. The air felt thick and undermined too. At one point, he had to twist his body into an extreme angle just to advance. He kept recording, possibly to stay focused. Eventually, he reached a small pocket of space barely large enough to pause. That's when he noticed the bats. They were close enough to brush past his face. In normal conditions, that might not be alarming. But in a confined underground tunnel, the moment felt deeply unsettling. Then the fear intensified. The fear of getting stuck. And seconds later, that fear became real. Pasha Brill became trapped deep inside the cave, completely alone. Panic set in as he tried to free himself. One wrong movement could have made the situation worse. After several tense minutes, he managed to force his way through. But the ordeal wasn't over. He still faced nearly 5 more hours of crawling through the mountain. When he finally emerged, he was cold, drained, shaken, but alive. Later, he described it as the most dangerous experience of his exploration career. Being trapped underground with no one nearby is a real-life nightmare. No paranormal activity, no ghost videos, just the raw fear of nature closing in. Do you think extreme cave exploration is worth the risk? Or are some places simply too dangerous to enter?